Kentucky Congressman James Comer joins me right now. Mr. Chairman, thanks very much for being here this morning. I want to get your take on whether or not there's a connection to your investigation into the influence peddling of the Biden family, the fact that the Biden family, Hunter and company, have taken tens of millions of dollars from Chinese officials, which we know because of the evidence on the laptop, and if there is a connection to these documents.
There most certainly is a connection. We're investigating that. We're investigating the Biden family for influence peddling. And when you learn that Joe Biden has countless classified documents scattered all over the East Coast, then that's concerning. When you learn who moved those documents and you learn that Hunter Biden was in charge of picking the people out to pack the boxes and transport the boxes from point A to point B, then it's a concern. When you see that this White House won't be transparent with the American people about A, what type of classified documents they have, and B, who actually had access to those classified documents, then you begin to feel the concern for our national security. So we most certainly are investigating the document scandal as a part of our overall Biden family influence peddling investigation.
Well, I mean, look, you know that the Chinese Communist Party and its tactics have been successful. Look at Fang Fang, the Chinese spy who ended up sleeping with Eric Swalwell, who was on the Intelligence Committee. What did he tell her? When you just said who was moving the boxes, we know that Hunter Biden recommended an assistant to his father, and her name is Kathy Chung, and she was the one who were overseeing the packing of this. Do we know if she's reporting back to the CCP about any of this?
We're looking into that. We're looking into at least 3 different people that Hunter Biden was directly involved with that have very close ties to the Chinese Communist Party. And this is very concerning because we learn every day about China's spy ring all over the United States, that they have police stations now in certain parts of the country, that they've infiltrated our colleges and universities trying to steal our technology and research and development secrets. This is a problem. China's trying to buy farmland. They're trying to buy interest in our American energy industry. And we learned that the Biden family influence peddling was a part of that. They were an integral part of China's plan to start getting their foot in the door on more of our American economy. This is a national security concern. And when you learn, again, as you mentioned, Maria, that so many people in Hunter Biden's orbit were directly involved and potentially communicating with the CCP, then that warrants an investigation.
Well, this is just extraordinary. Do we know if somehow the CCP helped get Joe Biden into the White House? And we know that he's their guy.
Yeah, we don't know about that. Certainly, our investigation centers primarily around the money trail of money coming from our adversaries in Russia, from the shady Burisma energy deal in Ukraine, and from all these wires to the Biden family interest, to the University of Penn, to the Biden Center for Diplomacy, and potentially to Hunter's artwork from China.
Yeah. You said to me the other day that there was money moving throughout universities, and it also centered on art. So talk to us a bit about that. I want to play you this soundbite from Wisconsin Senator Ron Johnson, because he joined me on this program yesterday to talk about the family ties to the CCP. Here's what he said.
The University of Pennsylvania received more than $50 million in donations from people in China, interest in China. $30 million came in after they established the Penn Biden Center. Then, shortly after that, you had about 160 members of the faculty of University of Pennsylvania write Merrick Garland to cancel the China Initiative, which was the Department of Justice program to investigate and uncover Chinese theft of intellectual property. It's corrupt. It's obvious corrupt.
This is extraordinary, Congressman. We know during the Trump era there were a string of indictments of just this because of the China Initiative. They shut down the Houston embassy. They took down the professor, the head of the chemistry department in Harvard, because he was getting paid by the CCP to send them intellectual property from Harvard. How is it possible that the CCP has gotten inside the gates of America and able to move this money around through art and through universities?
Everyone knows in academia that China has infiltrated our research and development universities. They're stealing our secrets. Money that we invest in these research universities for research and development, for technology advancements. China has spies there in the form of students that are taking that information back to China. And to learn that the University of Pennsylvania led an effort for the FBI to end their investigation on the basis of racial discrimination is a bunch of crap. And, you know, when you look at all the money that China has given to the Biden family interest, one would assume, Maria, they want to get a return on their investment. If all they ever get is China being successful through the University of Pennsylvania in ending the FBI's investigation into the Chinese spy rings in our universities, then I would say that's a pretty good return on the investment. But here we have in Congress right now a bipartisan bill that passed 2 weeks ago creating a China task force to try to figure out ways to stand up to China, to stop China from stealing our intellectual property, to stop China from getting our manufacturing jobs. And we learned the President of the United States is directly involved with China in trying to help do just the opposite of what this bipartisan commission was set up to do. It's very concerning. It's very concerning, and I want to understand what people like Adam Schiff and Eric Swalwell and so many others, Dianne Feinstein, what were they thinking? I mean, how much damage has been done already? Eric Swalwell and his affair with Fang Fang, a Chinese spy. Dianne Feinstein for how many years? 2 decades with a spy from China as her driver. And then actually the mainstream media attacks House Speaker Kevin McCarthy for blocking Adam Schiff and Eric Swalwell from the House Intelligence Committee. I mean, really, Swalwell, Schiff, Omar responded in a statement. They're trying to say that McCarthy's moves are undermining the integrity of Congress. No comment whatsoever of how Adam Schiff undermined Congress and the honesty for the American people by lying all those years about the Russia collusion story. How much damage has been done by these quote-unquote lawmakers giving all of this information away or having these, relationships that are clearly questionable? Unfortunately, Maria, we'll probably never know the damage that was done just through Adam Schiff and Eric Swalwell's position on the intelligence community. But I'll tell you this, from my position as the new chairman of the House Oversight Committee, Adam Schiff has done almost irreparable damage to the overall reputation of congressional investigations because he's said so many things that weren't true. I support McCarthy's decision to boot them from the Intelligence Committee, and hopefully we'll get better people from the Democrat Party representing their side of the aisle on the Intelligence Committee moving forward. All right, real quick, Congressman, before we jump, you say that they're stonewalling you again, and we all lived through 4 years of stonewalling Devin Nunes and John Ratcliffe during the Russia collusion lie when they were trying to bring truth. What are you going to do if they continue stonewalling? Are we just going to watch this happen over and over again where you try to get answers and they stonewall you, or will you hold them in contempt? We'll hold them in contempt. We'll start issuing subpoenas. It's a shame we have to do that, but we're going to do whatever we can to get the information we need. When should we expect the first subpoena? Very soon. Congressman, thank you.